All the types of adverbials in English. Adverbials refer to words, phrases and clauses that function as adverbs in expressions or structures. Adverbs, being a word or words that modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs, are not limited to lexical items that fall under the lexical categorization of adverbs, for example, happily, absolutely, just, very, a little bit, etc. But they can also be represented by phrases and clauses. Adverbials are grouped into adverbs, adverb phrases, adverbial clauses, and prepositional phrases, also known as adverbial prepositional phrases. Adverbs. These are basically words that are adverbs by their compositional structure. That is, the forms assumed by these words let us know that they are adverbs. They are adverbs by virtue of their structures. For example, quickly, repeatedly, never, etc. Lets us know that they are adverbs just by looking at them. Even without placing them with other words, we can tell that these words are adverbs of manner and frequency respectively. Adverb phrases. Adverb phrases are phrases that have adverbs as their head word, may or may not have modifier or qualifier elements, and function as adverbs in structures and expressions. Since adverb phrases function as adverbs, they can modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. For example, he ran so quickly. So quickly is an adverb phrase modifying the verb ran. He made her laugh quite easily. Quite easily is an adverb phrase that modifies the verb laugh. She seems secretive a little bit. A little bit is an adverb phrase that modifies their adjective secretive. He acts shy quite frankly. Quite frankly is an adverb phrase that modifies the adjective shy. It worked out well quite surprisingly. Quite surprisingly is an adverb phrase that modifies the adverb well. Adverbial clause. Adverbial clauses are groups of words with a finite verb that function as adverbs in sentences. Adverbial clauses are usually introduced in sentences by subordinate adverbs or subordinate conjunctions or even relative adverbs, and they function just like adverbs, modifying verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and even sentences. For example, she laughed when he fell down. When he fell down is an adverbial clause modifying the verb laughed. John was relieved when he saw shade. When he saw shade is an adverbial clause modifying their adjective relieved. Martha acted well because she practiced a lot. Because she practiced a lot is an adverbial clause that modifies the adverb well. Although they own a mansion, they find it difficult to feed. Although they own a mansion is an adverbial clause that modifies the clause they find it difficult to feed. Prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrases are phrases that have prepositions as their head words. They are formed by a combination of prepositions and nouns or nominal elements where the preposition precedes the nominal elements. Prepositional phrases do not have a function of their own, rather they can function either as adjectives or adverbs depending on their placements in sentences. For instance, when a prepositional phrase comes directly after a noun or nominal element, it most likely functions as an adjective, while it can function as adverb when it appears right after verbs. It is also known as adverbial prepositional phrase when it functions as an adverb, and such it can modify verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and even sentences. For example, on the roof, he positioned the antenna. On the roof is a prepositional phrase that modifies the clause, he positioned the antenna. Everything went well at the party. At the party is a prepositional phrase that modifies the adverb well. Esther sounded funny on the microphone. On the microphone is a prepositional phrase that modifies the adjective funny. It happened on the parade ground. On the parade ground is a prepositional phrase that modifies the verb happened. And, finally, the mystery adverbial that I had not mentioned all these while. Guess what it is? Noun phrases. Noun phrases are words or groups of words that have a noun as their head word and functions just as nouns in sentences. Noun phrases can function as adverbs only for the purpose of modifying verbs and adverbs, and this happens when they are placed at the end of sentences. Take for example, we arrived this morning. This morning is a noun phrase that modifies the verb arrived. Martin came back last week. Last week is a noun phrase that modifies the verb phrase came back. She did not eat well last night. Last night is a noun phrase that modifies the adverb well. You will cook quickly today. Today is a noun phrase that modifies the adverb quickly. So adverbials are basically words that act as adverbs in sentences such as adverbs, adverb phrases, adverbial clauses, prepositional phrases, and noun phrases. See you soon.